I am live here. Today is Sunday, and I am here to just talk to Nigerian youth, Nigerian young adults, wherever you are, especially those residing in Nigeria. And I am here to just share something that might be very uncomfortable, but I have watched it over the years, happen time again. And I think it is time for me to lend my voice and hopefully help one or two young adults in Nigeria who are graduates and who are maybe 18 years old in college. Because if we start now to grab, get people, create this awareness, conscientize people, maybe one or two people, maybe one or two families will benefit from this. And that is empowering Nigerian youth, empowering Nigerian young adults. We have seen this, what happens so many times. Degree is not enough anymore. Because at least coming from the eastern part of Nigeria, getting something higher than secondary school, higher than high school is very common. For somebody like me, going to college after high school was just not a question, was not an option. It was the next step to take. And that is how it is in so many Nigerian families. When you finish high school, the next stage is to get to a higher institution, whether it is a polytechnic or mainstream university, private school, anything, but you have to have some kind of degree, an advanced degree from high school. But I've watched Nigerian youth maybe going to college and they think, oh, going to college is enough. That should get them to, have an office. That should get them to, get all these blue collar jobs or white collar jobs. Nobody is going to leave their offices for you. So times are changing, and I am here to just create some kind of awareness. This might be uncomfortable to so many people, but I think the timing is right and necessary so that, things that have been happening so many times maybe will start changing. A lot of Nigerian young adults in school, graduate, NYSC, after NYSC, they've done everything right, going to college after high school, passing their exams, getting everything right, doing everything the right way, but they still feel stuck. So many of them graduate, so many of them are in college without knowing, okay, so what will be the next step after graduation? Some graduate and go for NYSC, but they don't know what should be the next step. Most people just start, okay, when you ask them, they will be like, okay, I want to start looking for a job. Looking for which job? Who created it for you? So you can create your job, a job for yourself. You can still actually be an employer of labor. So I want people to start, most Nigerian youth, to start changing with time and know what to, have some kind of future plan, have some kind of future when they are graduating, when they are in school, when they are in NYSC, after NYSC. So many of them are feeling so stuck, not because they are lazy, not because they are not smart, not because they don't know they need something, but because most of them don't realize that the system has changed. Yeah, things have changed. I know every single day, things keep getting worse. Right now, there are people who walking under the hot, scorching sun, looking for jobs, carrying their resume or CVs up and down, going to different offices. I remember those years when people graduate and you're like, oh, I'm going to Lagos to look for a job. I'm going to Abuja to look for a job. That is not bad. But at the same time, the kind of job creation, like, I don't think there are a lot of opportunities out there for every Nigerian graduate in Nigeria. I don't think so. Because I don't think they are creating, job opportunities as fast as, the number of graduates they are producing every single year. So I need you to be aware so that you can start changing with time. So working under the scorching sun, submitting applications and resumes and CVs, or finishing NYSC and feeling lost. And it's like nobody's talking about it. Almost everybody waiting on the government. And how much is government doing for you? So it's time to change with time, change with how things are unfolding. Get on board with where life is now. And where is life now? Learning skills, learning different skills. Being a graduate is no longer enough. Going to university is no longer enough. Passing your exams, making first class, second class, upper second class, third class, any of those things, whatever degree or qualification, is no longer enough, at least not in Nigeria's situation now, right? So today I am starting something which I think will be like a movement to help conscientize Nigerian youth, to help create this awareness among most Nigerians, starting from the age of 18, who are still in school, who are still writing their jams, who are still processing going to school, who just finished, graduated, who are doing their youth service or waiting for youth service or completed their youth services and looking for jobs, walking up and down under the scorching sun, under rain, with shoes, bent, bent shoes. Sometimes we make a joke, heaven is so far, all kinds of things, wearing suits because you're looking for jobs, sending applications to people who don't even read it, waiting for months, years, feeling frustrated, thinking of, okay, what next to do? So this series is going to help all Nigerian used to know, like, your degree is not your only option. It's going to help you that, okay, that your hands can feed you. Your hands, learning skills can feed you. So having only just like your degree, just having that paper is no longer an option. It's not your only option. So you can get fed by your hands. And one skill, learning one skill can change your entire life. We have seen it happen over and over again. So, and let me remind you, school is not the problem. But it depends, depending only on school, depending only on graduation, depending only on your certificate is risky in this recent day and time. The people who are moving forward are the people who are not waiting. People who are moving forward are not the people who are waiting for government jobs or sending applications to different places, carrying a resume up and down, tired, exhausted. The people who are making waves now are people who are learning something valuable, learning valuable skills. So I am going to start this series just like to show you something simple that you can start. Something you can start even with minimum amount of money. Because sometimes when you share different ideas to different people, they're like, oh, auntie, what can I do with this? This is, I don't have money to do this one. I can't do this because of, but there are things, there are skills you can learn with limited amount of money. There are skills you can learn even without spend, like you yourself, a graduate, can afford. Hair braiding, right? You can think, oh, what is she talking about? Hair braiding. But I am going to elaborate on that at some point and show you how you can make a living from that, how you can change your entire life just from only hair braiding, how you can change the like your future just only from hair braiding. But today is not the day to unpack it, because I am going to take this one after the other and make it very relatable, make it very practical, make it easy for anybody to grasp it and run with it. Hopefully, I will be able to change one life, two lives, many lives. But my um mission and plan is to change as many lives as possible. And it is doable, it is possible. So you can learn herb braiding by practicing on people around you. You can learn selling products with just your phone. You can learn online skills for free, right? You don't need to have everything. You just have to start. You start from where you are. You start from what you have. You start with the resources available to you. So braiding with, braiding someone's hair who is close to you, that's the, learning the basic, braiding before you now advance. Selling things. So all those are like practical things you can do it. So I am not just saying this to criticize anybody. I am not saying it to criticize the system. I'm only creating awareness. I'm only trying how just best to empower some Nigerian youths who are out there struggling, who are out there sometimes feeling hopeless, who are out there indulging in things that shouldn't be, in illicit things that shouldn't be. Because maybe some of them lack some kind of guidance. So that is what I am trying to just like launch today. So I am saying this because I've seen too many people wait and waste time. And I don't want that for you. So instead of graduating, walking up and down, sending all your resume to different people, waiting for months, years, or instead of graduating, waiting all these 1 year, 2 years, waiting for NYSC, there are things you can still be doing. You can still be learning skills that will propel you to something greater. So wasting time is no longer like an excuse, or waiting for NYSC is no longer an excuse. Waiting for, oh, I'm applying for jobs. Applying for which job? Who job? When you have, you are smart enough to create a job as well and become an employer of labor. So is there like any skill you've been thinking of learning? Or are you currently waiting for a job or building something? You're waiting for your service, but you can be building something, you can be learning something, you can be creating something that is going to be powerful for you. Something you can just think, maybe like a skill, you can think, oh, okay, I'm just practicing, just waiting for my youth service. But you can maybe after all these discussions, something can just ignite in you, and you see how you can take that little skill you are learning today to take it to a bigger height that will take you to like another level in the future. So, dear Nigerian youth, this is not just me creating content. This is a movement. This is a mission. So for people who are ready to think differently, for people who are ready to learn differently, for people who are ready to build something of their own. Those are the people I am talking to today. So if you are that person, get on board, watch, my content, comment, I am ready. Chat me up, DM me, so that I will keep sharing more and just explaining, breaking it down to a way it can make sense, that you can relate and you can do something about it. But be aware, graduating, having a certificate is no longer enough. Now we have to think differently, act differently, do something differently. So thank you for your time. I plan to be talking about this every week, creating this awareness, doing something like this, and hopefully touching lives in some capacity. Thank you and have a blessed Sunday. See you next time. Bye.